morning, or depending on when you're watching this, good afternoon, good evening, or good night. My name's Ross, and as always told, out of Voice of Radio. So today we need to take a look at wonderful news. And honestly, I might not have said wonderful enough times, but we do need to get on with the video. And that is the news that, contrary to what we originally thought, and we fairly originally thought, Phantasmal Flames is not being delayed in some regions. This, ladies and gentlemen, is fantastic news. First question we need to get to. Hang on a second, Wassy. If it's not delayed, why would you think it was delayed? Are you stupid? Well, I'll let you decide about the second one. But the first question here, nice and simple. We were given a bunch of information which heavily suggested that we were going to see a delay of Phantasmal Flames in certain regions. Firstly, we do have a delay of Mega Revolution. Mega Revolution is delayed. We had an official release that came out from Pokemon. Due to challenges impacting product delivery dates, the release of the upcoming Pokemon trading card game Mega Revolution will be slightly delayed in EMEA markets. That's Europe, Middle East and Africa. We apologise to our fans and understand that this news may be disappointing. We are working hard alongside our logistics partners to ensure products will be available for purchase from the 10th of October 2025. We would like to thank our community for their continued support and patience. It's a 2-week delay. For Europe, Middle East and Africa, that is a 2-week delay on Mega Revolution, which also means a 2-week delay on pre-releases. They've also been put back. So when people in North America, for instance, are, getting the cards actually released, we're going to be sitting down for our first lot of pre-releases. Is that an upsetting turn of events? Yes. Is it ideal? No. Does it really matter in the long run? Probably not. But it is worth noting we do have some tournaments coming around, like, for instance, the Lille Pokemon Regional Championship, which is happening the weekend of the 25th and 26th of October, which happens to now be release weekend, or I suppose legal weekend for Mega Revolution. Released on the 10th of October, legal on Friday the 24th, and then Lille Regionals is right there. Oh. Yeah, that's slightly less ideal, frankly, ladies and gentlemen. That is slightly less ideal. So it is going to impact the competitive game a little bit in that regard, which is a bit annoying. And obviously we're going to have to watch people in North America getting their cards earlier than us, and that's a little bit annoying. But it's going to work out okay. But that kind of put us on edge. We're sitting over here in EMEA regions like me in the UK, and we're thinking, well, hang on a second. If Mega Revolution's gone and got delayed, could this have knock-on effects and end up leading to delays of future sets like Phantasmal Flames, for instance? Well, then the press release came out for Phantasmal Flames. And the press release for Phantasmal Flames did not say releasing worldwide like we expect it to, like it always does. It said, today the Pokemon Company International announced that the latest expansion in the best-selling Pokemon trading card game, Mega Revolution Phantasmal Flames, will launch beginning November the 14th at participating retailers in the US, Canada, Australia, and New Zealand. Oh. What about EMEA regions? What about Latin America? Hang on a second. That is not the phrasing that they usually use. And this is why we thought Phantasmal Flames was getting delayed. They delayed Mega Revolution M1. And then at the same time, pretty much like straight away, went and dropped the news that Phantasmal Flames was coming, but they only named a few territories. That, ladies and gentlemen, far from ideal. So when I made these videos, I was telling you, look, it looks like there might be a delay. When I did my initial reveal video for Phantasmal Flames, I told you about this. When I did the update video showing you some new products the following day, I told you about this. And I was very honest with you guys. It looked like there might be a delay. And when I give you these videos, when I bring you this news, I always bring you the best available news when I make the video. We all know things change. Things have changed. Because you see, initially I was using the US press release because the European press release hadn't been put up. If anybody's wondering, no, the US press release doesn't normally say only in some regions. It usually says worldwide. Don't worry, I checked that. I told you in a previous video. Well, the UK press release is now up, and it reads like this. Today, the Pokemon Company International announced that the latest expansion in the best-selling Pokemon trading card game Mega Evolution Phantasmal Flames will launch beginning the 14th of November at participating retailers around the world. Oh, cool. This is wonderful, wonderful news. No ifs, no buts, no maybes. We're just getting it. Cool. Well, that's a load off our mind. But actually, there are some other hints as well. Because you see, there was some other news coming out as well. For instance, Pokemon TCG UK, the official Twitter account of, well, Pokemon TCG UK, they went and tweeted out, gaze upon the ghostly fire to reveal a dark and chilling power within. Pokemon TCG Mega Evolution Phantasmal Flames releases November the 14th, 2025. Which, of course, is very, very relevant because this is Pokemon TCG UK, and the UK is not in US, Canada, Australia, and New Zealand that were the first places that were initially named in the first press release that we saw. Yes, initially we were only told some regions, and that was a little bit terrifying, but we now have an updated press release that says around the world. We have a official tweet from the TCG UK account, which is telling us November the 14th, same date as it is in US, Canada, Australia, and New Zealand. Oh yeah, and by the way, shout out to the lovely Stephen Kent for pointing out to me that actually Phantasmal Flames is listed on the Asmodee website as just releasing on the 14th of November. No ifs, no buts, no maybes, no worrying, ladies and gentlemen. It's just coming out on the 14th of November. Now, there's another thing that's on the screen here, which I've just put up here, because this is actually another bit of incredibly good news. I'm using the booster bundle. Why am I using the booster bundle on the Asmodee website? Because, and this is another thing I learned this morning from the lovely Stephen Kent, he of Playscape Games, turns out this was a product that was not traditionally offered to Play stores, well, maybe in some places, but certainly not in the UK. Now remember booster bundles for mini sets, extra sets, things like Black Bolt and White Flare for instance, they're different. They were offered, and the reason they were offered is because, you know, they're like the best products because you can't buy booster boxes, so that's like the closest we can get. So that was always a thing. But apparently booster bundles of main sets like Phantasmal Flames for instance, traditionally not offered to Play stores, now they are. What does this mean? It means your local store where you go and play at locals might have booster bundles in, which in theory means that they can order in more products, which in theory is going to make the sets more available and easier to get hold of. This is all wonderful news. Was it jarring to initially be told, hang on a second, it might not be coming out in your region? Again, that's not exactly what they said, but they announced it for regions and one of them wasn't mine. Only for them to turn around and in multiple places go, you know what, it's fine. Yeah, that wasn't ideal. Does it really matter in the end? Nah, mate. We've got what we wanted, and that's beautiful. Because it's now on the press release that it's releasing worldwide. We got a tweet from Pokemon TCG UK saying it's coming out on the same date. We got listings on the Asmodee UK website for the 14th of November. And whereas there was an announcement that Mega Evolution, the main set, the M1, the base set of Mega Evolution, is actually delayed, we've not had any such communique about this second set, M2 Phantasmal Flames. Disappointing that Mega Evolution is delayed? Yeah. Slightly worrying that initially we thought Phantasmal Flames was going to be delayed in some regions? Yeah. But it's not, ladies and gentlemen. And I know people remain worried about being able to get hold of product as they like on release. All I can tell you is, we've been in these cycles before. We have always come out and found stock in abundance. It's always happened. And it does feel lately like things have been getting a little bit better. Not fixed, not perfect. but it does feel like they're getting a little bit better. For now, ladies and gentlemen, I've told you what you need to know. I've shown you how we know Phantasmal Flames is absolutely not delayed. So now it's over to you guys. Tell me what you think about Phantasmal Flames. Tell me how hyped you are for this set in the comment section. Get us! Be nice. And then make sure you like this video, subscribe to this channel, follow me on Twitter at Lawasi. That's where we talk about Pokemon and a whole bunch of other card games. And please do consider checking out patreon.com/PTCG Radio, where you can support the channel, get some bonus podcasts, join a Discord, and all kinds of fun things. And get shoutouts on the channel like the lovely Quentin Journeau, who's been a supporter of ours for a while now and seems to be a very lovely person. So shout out to them for the support and the loveliness. But by far the most important thing, as always, look after yourselves till next time, would ya? Thank you very much for watching. My name's Ross, and you've been watching PTCG Radio.